On today's episode of Golf is Ruining My Life, we talk about the last golf course in England before America.
And someone's going to be winning £50 to spend at Golf Bidder on our email corner. All that and more incoming.
Yes, yeah, you know what those guitars mean, you know what these voices mean. It's another episode of, oh, you're doing it, you're doing the bit. Yeah, sure.
That music really sums us up as golfers, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? No holds barred.
Okay.
Aggressive chord structuring. Like every shot we're entering an arena. Is that us?
I think the music makes us feel like the Top Gear of golf. I've always thought that since we picked it. I thought this makes me feel like the Jeremy Clarkson of golf, and I frankly don't mind that.
I'm here for that. I love him. He hates golf though. He's got very cross because Richard Hammond off of Ross on Wye, which is very near where I'm from in the world. Richard Hammond is a big golfist now. He's become a golfist, and Clarkson hates the golf.
It's funny, you can tell with celebrities, there's certain celebrities that become obsessed with golf and sort of go through because if you become obsessed with golf these days, you go through what I consider was my path to golf, which is you become obsessed, you then start watching loads of YouTube golf, and then because you're a celebrity, you then reach out to Rick Shields, and he goes, yeah, sure, come on the channel. Because that happened to Richard Hammond, it happened to Robbie Williams. Yes, these people just go, oh my God, I'm obsessed by Rick Shields, and then the worlds combine. It's quite strange.
I feel like we've missed a trick in doing an obvious question, which is, when have you spotted a celebrity on the golf course? And we're not talking about pro-ams, obviously. I've got a couple. It's good stuff, isn't it? It's good stuff.
Look at us go. We've stumbled on something amazing within the first 2 minutes 20 of the pod. Go on, Tom. Best celeb spotted on the golf course.
I first played St George's with my mates Mark and James, probably getting on for 20 years ago, certainly 15 years ago. And as we arrived, we waited for a car. There's a little narrow bit of road, and we had to wait for a car to pass us on a little bridge as you go into the car park. And someone eating a banana, looking very intense, Hugh Grant.
Oh, that's a perfect one. That's the perfect one. You nailed it.
And very, very good golfer. But apparently he plays a lot less now because he's a relatively old dad, as I understand it. And I think he's become a dad. And I love everything about Hugh Grant. Everything he says, his political opinions. I want to align myself entirely with Hugh Grant.
Sure.
And he says he plays a lot less golf now because of parenthood. And then the other celebrity spot, which happened at Muswell Hill Golf Club, playing the 7th hole, was the wonderful actor and indeed Liverpool fan, David Morrissey.
Oh, I thought you were going to... There's another... So my big one is at Muswell Hill, actually. Also, I've got no idea who David Morrissey is. Who's that?
Oh, stop
Who's
it.
That?
Stop
I'm Googling
it.
David
The
Morrissey.
Walking Dead, Sherwood. He played Gordon Brown in La Granita, the deal, I think
yeah.
He's an iconic
Sherwood.
British actor.
Yeah. No, I know who he is. Yeah, okay, cool.
Also, the most impossibly lovely man.
Yes, they're all the best are. At Muswell Hill, my old course, I spotted Draco Malfoy. Is my good one. What's his name?
Oh, I just lost Tom Green.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, sad. Oh, my God, Tom's just gone. Hello, he's back.
Tom
Green is back.
I'm back. Sorry, I was so excited to work out who Draco Malfoy was, I refreshed our feed.
I think we should keep that in. I think that's a good reflection of how giddy we've got with fame on the golf course. Because was I with you when we saw Draco Malfoy at Muswell Hill? And he walked the wrong way. He was walking, when I saw him, from the 6th up to the 13th instead of round to the 7th because it's so poorly signposted. So I saw him there about a year ago.
Tom Felton. So so I actually had quite a lot of crossovers with Tom Felton for a small time because he was both. This makes me and you sound like we're part of the media elite, and it really isn't, because just run with me. He was a member of the golf club that I was a member at, so I saw him there, and also he was a member of the same gym that I was at. So he must have just lived really near where I live. So I once shared a jacuzzi with him. And not a euphemism, and also saw him on the golf course.
What a way for you to come out as being in Slytherin. This is what a moment for us all to find out. I knew it. I bloody knew it. So can we do this, please? Come on. Why not? Drop us an email. thetoms@golfisruiningmylife.co.uk. And if you're watching this on YouTube or on the TikToks, in a comment, celebrities you've seen, and we're not talking about pro-ams, celebrities you've seen on the golf course. Come on, let's name them.
I bumped into loads of footballers when I used to play at the Mere in Manchester. But because I'm not into my football, I literally didn't care. There were so many times that they'd be like, "You never guess who's out ahead of you today." I'm like, don't know who that is, don't care, see you later. And because they were footballers, they used to command the place a little bit, so they would call up and ask for bacon sandwiches to be go-karted out to them.
Oh, wow.
Showbiz.
We should take a leaf out of that book, to be honest. I think it's interesting, though, isn't it, with golf, this ridiculous sport that we all play, that just how many celebrities and also other sports people end up playing golf. That's the one thing. All sports people play golf. They just do. Andy Murray is obsessed. Stephen Hendry's obsessed.
Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale is ridiculously good at golf.
Really good. So I was having a conversation about the Sunningdale foursomes, something I've mentioned on this show now, which makes me sound like I'm obsessed by it because I keep talking about it and I don't know much about it. I know a little bit more now. It's a professional and an amateur event. So professionals go ahead against amateurs, right?
Yeah.
But to get in, you've got to be a really good golfer because you don't really give. I think you give one shot if you're an amateur playing a professional.
Per hole. Per hole?
Yeah, no, for the whole thing. Okay. So Gareth Bale played in it last year, but this is a half-remembered story, and some people will know this better than I do, but some people came up against Charlie Hull in the Sunningdale foursomes, and Charlie Hull played with another really famous female golfer, and because the females were playing off the whites, these amateur golfers had to give Charlie Hull 2 shots. Can you imagine? So, I'm giving Charlie Hull 2 shots. You having a
Charlie,
laugh?
that's another net. That's another 3 net 1. Congratulations, well done there. Really good. You've won the hole again. That Charlie Hull, total bandit. I've always said it about her. Always said it. So yeah, Gareth Bale played in that because he plays off scratch. Apparently, you can only get in if you play off scratch, which now is my life's work to play in the Sunningdale foursomes and get down to scratch. I really want that more. Is it at Sunningdale? Yes, I assume.
Yes.
Have you played Sunningdale? Because that is, I don't talk enough about it. I played with my mate Rob there years ago, and it's unreal. It's unbelievable how good that course is.
So I've got a lot of chat on Sunningdale at the moment because I've had a variety of different people mention it to me over the space of 2 weeks.
Right.
And the reason people love it, and I wonder if you found this when you played it, is people say the great thing about Sunningdale, when you're comparing it to like a Wentworth or a Woburn or whatever, is you can often leave these great championship courses feeling a little bit beaten up, feeling a little bit like, it's driver 4-iron again. But the great thing people say about Sunningdale is it's really scoreable. You can actually have quite a lot of fun when playing it.
Yeah, we went off. The guy I was playing with is off 4, and I was off about 14 at the time. It's before I had my lessons and got a lot better. And we went off the maybe not even the whites, maybe the blues. We went right off towards the back, and I shot something like 12 over, and I was absolutely delighted. Well, I was playing with someone off 4 and someone else off 2, and sometimes that goes one of 2 ways, doesn't it? When you play with people who are much better than you either play much worse and you basically fall apart, it's embarrassing, or you really step up and you realise the gap between you and them isn't that big. And that day playing off 12 there was great. That was a great feeling.
I don't love playing in competitions with people that are far better than me, not serious competitions.
Against them, you mean, or alongside them? So if you're doing match play
alongside them.
Right.
If I'm in a medal, the last thing that I want is to be playing with someone off like 1 or 2 or off scratch. I don't like that. But on our Thursday thing we do at my place, which is the eclectic, I speak about it loads, you go off the yellows, it's a little bit of fun. I love playing with better golfers during that because you can learn so much about them, and it's not so serious, and you can watch how their game is. And as we said on the show recently, the thing that I have is, and the thing that you mentioned, Tom, quite a lot, is when you play with these guys who are off scratch or 1, and you go, there's not a massive difference. You're not infinitely better than I am.
No, it's like you see shots they do and you think, oh, I've done shots like that. Not every time. If I did the shot that I can do like that every time, I'd be as good as you. And you start to realize that quality of golf is consistency and just being able to reach that level every time. And we all do it. You know, depending on your handicap, if you're off 15, you hit that perfect shot 1 in every 4 shots, 5 shots, 6 shots. If you're off 5, you hit it every other shot is the perfect shot. And when you play someone else who's off 1 or scratch, it's pretty much every shot is pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about scratch and scratch golfers is when you get to the level of being a professional and you're on the DP World Tour or you're on the PGA Tour or you're on the Challenge Tour.
You and me next year? Yeah, you and me next year. Yeah.
Sorry, of course. Yeah, I'm talking about us in 12 months' time.
Sure.
That level of golf, in my opinion, only really looks one way, right? And it's huge drives. Everything is crisp irons. It's unbelievable. Professional golf looks one way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
However, the crazy thing about scratch golf is it can look a variety of different ways. That's what I've learned so much over the last few years is you can have a scratch golfer who hits irons like a pro but then can't putt. Or you get the older guy who just sort of bunts it down the middle a little bit, but always gets it on green in reg, and then it's worst case scenario 2 putts. That's what I think is interesting about scratch is I'd love to get down to scratch. And I think the thing that keeps me going with that is, okay, maybe I'll never hit those crispy irons that go take my 7-iron to 180. Maybe I won't do that. But you don't need that to get down to scratch.
There's a world in which you could say, if you're off single figures, anyone off single figures could get down to scratch. Maybe even higher. Anyone from 12, 13 or thereabouts. And obviously people are off 24 if you can strike the ball in a certain way. But anyone in single figures, if you can make a few better choices and get a bit more consistent, you should be able to get down to scratch. Not should, you could if you did a certain bunch of things. Practice, I guess. Basically, the skill is in there and the choices are in there. This is my big revelation this summer. It's all about choices, man. It's all about which shot you go for in that moment.
It's also just about getting the practice in, right? That's what I'm finding at the moment is I'm practicing a lot more and I'm playing a lot more. And I didn't really realise until I've got to thank Rob, the guy that coaches me, because he's managed to get driver back in the bag.
It's made a massive difference to you.
It's made such a big difference. And I don't think I really realised it, especially when I was in Scotland and whatever. I sort of told myself this lie that the forward's great, and my forward is great. It still is the best club that I've ever had. But there is a big difference between 210 down the fairway to 250, 260 down the fairway. And realising that over the last few weeks, all of a sudden I'm shooting 82s and 81s, and it's feeling easy. And I'm going, oh, it's because I'm 50 yards further down the hole.
Don't you want to do that thing? I think it's decade golf where the assumption is drive. Get every hole you go driver, no matter what, no matter how tight it might be, no matter what risks there might be. The reward is such, especially if you're driving well, that massively outweighs the risks. And if it goes wrong, the chances are you will find a way through where it's gone wrong. But the rewards are so great. And I think about that at our courses, Tom, which are shorter because we're in the southeast and we're in the M25. Those courses are on small patches of ground. If I can get driver up and running, which I nearly have, to a point where I can hit it consistently, I feel like going around my place, there's a few holes you'd be driving greens, especially in the summer now. And it'd be interesting to try and do that. But it takes practice, you're right, because you've got to stand there with that confidence. And it's all confidence. So much of it is confidence.
I'm doing it at the moment because my thing from my lesson was, okay, now you need to go and actually play these shots, but also take driver everywhere was the advice that I was given, especially at my place. Yes, you don't have to, but do. And it's a bit of a double-edged sword for me because when I don't want to say get lucky because I don't mean get lucky, but I've played this afternoon, right? And I played about 12 holes this afternoon. Playing driver, I got unlucky, right? And this is the issue that you have when you put driver back in the bag is forward meant that I was never, all the bunkers in the middle of the fairway are not in play. You're not going to reach there. All of a sudden, driver's back in the bag. I found every single bunker on that course.
Awful.
And that was just a little bit draining when you go, I've hit a really good one. Okay, I've now got a 58 out. And I scored all right. Like I was all right. I think I was like, after 12 holes, I think I was like 6 or 7 over, which I'm actually really okay with, considering everything was driver, 58, then hit into the green. Yeah. But it's just if you can't hit driver, because I know that I've got loads of friends who can't hit it because they slice it, try and get it back in the bag because it's made such a difference.
You're speaking to one of those friends. I'm just slowly trying to control the fade on it, and when I'm getting it away now, and it's the ping makes a big difference. The G440 is just so sweet, and it's super forgiving as well. And when you get that away,
it's forgiving.
So good. It's so forgiving. It's so forgiving. I skied it today on 17. I skied it right in front of the clubhouse, and it's the higher because I really hit it hard, but I hit it so hard on the up, and I hit the top of the golf club, and when you sky it and you go straight to your club, and suddenly you're 14-year-old golfer again, desperately hoping you haven't scratched your great big Bertha.
Yeah.
I was
Don't
terrified.
Take the paint off it.
Oh my God, I was terrified. But it was fine. Everyone, don't worry, it was fine. Listen, we need to take a moment. We need to take a pause. We need to really get stuck into some products. And then we're going to come back because, of course, it is Thursday, which means only one thing here on Planet Golf is ruining my life. And that is Email Corner with our friends at Golf Bidder.
Oh, it's up next. Have some products. Right, welcome back to the Thursday episode of Golf is Ruining My Life, and it's time to get knee-deep in your emails. £50 from Golf Bidder is the prize if your email gets selected. We select one a week, we read out a load, but only one is deemed the best. Tom, should we get into the emails?
Matt Nunn's got an itch. He should probably go and see someone about that. Am I right?
Yeah, that'll do.
Whoa.
That'll do. Tom,
yes.
That'll do. That's fine.
Have you tried some sort of live yogurt situation? That can help. Matt says, hello lads, I've well and truly got the itch. Oh, for golf. I previously played around 7 to 8 years ago, very on and off, and to a very low standard. Our people.
Yeah, well, you found the right show.
Recently, I dusted off my old set and headed out with a good friend who's been hounding me to partake in a round with him at our local course, as he's been loving his golf for the last few years. We are now 5 weeks down the line, and all I do is think about golf.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. It gets you, and when it gets you good. Because I escaped from the illness for a little while. There's about
you went to a running place,
where I just started running all the time and lost a load of weight, and then got married and decided to get fat again and play golf. But then when golf gets you again, it just doesn't get its teeth out.
No, you've got bite marks all over your body right now. Your spirit, the amount of golf you're playing. I mean, I've been this since I was 13 years old. I've just been completely obsessed. From searching out the dream set of clubs that I absolutely cannot afford, to involuntarily practicing my swing wherever there is space, much to my fiance's annoyance. I have been on the hunt for golf shoes, clothes, and what are probably unnecessary accessories, but I want it all. This is the thing. Know you've got it bad. You know it's a deep spiritual lacking. That's what golf is. It's a thirst to be successfully on that green, and it follows you wherever you are, even when you're not on the golf course.
I think what we're all chasing is an addiction, because I felt this the other day. When you hit a good shot, whatever that feeling is of, oh my God, there it is.
Yeah.
That's what we're all chasing. That's the thing. So it is an addiction. I think we all need to acknowledge that.
Oh, yeah. My brother is currently going to the driving range a lot. He's got back into it. He's a lot older than me. And he's got back into it, and he's really enjoying it. And he takes his daughters along. And his eldest daughter went with him. And he sent us a video on our golf WhatsApp chat of her playing. And she hit one shot. And she's very, very new to it. And she hit the shot perfectly. And there's a moment where she turns to the camera with this smile on her face. This pure joy. And you're like, bottle that.
You get it.
That's
the thing.
Well done.
Doesn't come offered, so just enjoy it while it's here.
I'm afraid you've just had your first hit. Now, please welcome to the opium den. You're never leaving. Playing 9 holes at least once or twice a week, not to mention spending all my day at work listening to your back catalogue of shows. Excellent stuff, Matt. God. My question to you boys is...
Going all the way back must be an interesting listen to this show, because God knows what we're doing for the first few series.
I mean, we certainly didn't. My question to you boys is, where should I be putting my focus to help me lean into this new addiction? Do I need to join a club or keep dropping on different local courses to play 9 holes? Do I take up lessons? Do I invest in some better clubs? I'm currently working with Wilson X31. Wilson's a very good golf club. I really don't want this itch to pass me by, as I'm loving everything about this game. It's a delightful itch. It's a mosquito bite of an itch, this. It's a wonderful, pleasurable itch. Thank you for your guidance in advance. Keep up the great pods. Your love and sometimes frustration with the game is infectious. Oh, Matt, what a lovely email. Thank you, Matt Nunn. So that's the question, Tom. What does he do? What's his next steps? I think we're pretty clear on this one, aren't we?
What, join a club? It's got to be join a club, right?
Join a club, get stuck in, man.
Because there is such a difference from, okay, over here you're playing 1 round a week on a Saturday, and there's a real joy in that. I look back fondly on the times when I lived in South London and played all the golf clubs around there with my friend Chris, and it wasn't really about the golf. It was more about seeing Chris and having a few beers afterwards, but the golf was there and it was enjoyable. And that was one thing, but it was only when I joined Muswell Hill, and then that became a thing. And even more recently when I joined Porters Park, which is where I am right now, that the addiction completely takes over, and you can satisfy that addiction by doing a quick 9 holes, going down there and working if you've got a driving range, and you get caught up with mates who are equally in this as you are, and you just sort of fuel each other.
That's the key, I think. You need comrades, don't you? You need to have people who are doing it with you, who are similar levels of golf, so maybe a similar age, similar background, whatever. But you need to find that the golf is that common ground, and you can make pals, and it actually doesn't matter age, gender, anything. You just, once you have that golf bond, I mean, look at us doing this show, that's it. It's really something you can find, and I think you will find it at a golf club. But choose the right golf club, go and look around, and don't feel that, this one's snooty and posh, I'm lucky to be here, I'm always going on about this. You are a client, you are going to be paying them money. Make them come to you. Go and say, I'm interested in joining, and ignore them when they say oof and suck their teeth and say there's a waiting list. There ain't a waiting list. Often if it's 5 days, the chances are you'll get on pretty quickly. Go and have a look around and see the one that has got the best vibes. Look in the car park. How nice are the cars in the car park? If they're all shiny, brand new, ridiculously nice cars, maybe it is going to be a bit snooty and hoity-toity. Maybe that isn't what you're after, unlike Tom Green, who loves that.
I love it. It's the jazz hands of golf. Give me jazz hands. Give me jazz hands every single time.
Jag hands. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, if you want to go to a posh course like that, of course do it. Or maybe you want a course that's a bit younger and a bit rough around the edges, maybe. And I don't even know what I'm talking about, but go and have a look around, and then lessons and then kit. Kit and stuff comes last. The thing you need to invest your money in is joining a club, and then lessons, find a good coach, and then club comes last.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. But welcome to it. And also, when you do join a club, which is what we both think you should do.
Yeah, let us know, Matt.
There's so much great stuff that comes. Or, Tom, do you know what? Or go and join our friends at England Golf. Go and become an iGolf member. And join my EG and do all that sort of stuff. It's like £80 a year. Yeah. And you can then build yourself a handicap up. And you're not going to have all the advantages of the things that we've said, but it's a much cheaper option to start with, and will give those rounds that you play on a Saturday maybe a little bit more focus.
And you can become friends with us on my EG as well, and then we can look at your card and judge you as a person and as a man, Matt. So it's worth doing.
Exactly. Over to Dan. Dan sent an email saying, Toms, I love the podcast, guys. I never miss an episode. Thanks, Dan.
Neither do I, actually, Dan. I haven't missed a single one.
I've not missed one in years. I've noticed a couple of people email in about making golf friends, and I'm in the exact same boat. We've really opened a can of worms here with this, and it's the amount of people that have brought up. It's really interesting. Trouble is, I don't dare join a club because I don't have anyone to play with in the first place. Is there an app, or could you this is interesting, Dan, or could you create a community to meet people? I'm not creating a community for you, Dan. I'm busy enough. Keep up the great work. Really do love the podcast. Dan, sent from iPhone.
Dan, that's a lovely email. Thank you. First of all, I would say that is exactly what we are doing. We are creating a community. We haven't yet got to the stage, and we don't have the bandwidth or capacity to work out ways in which we can all meet up. We will do another live event. Hopefully, we'll do one later on this year. But the community element is here, and you guys dropping us emails and friending us on my EG, those are the first steps to that. We love that. I've been so struck by how many people, Tom, this has struck a chord with them, this idea of I want to do it, but I don't have the friends. And I feel a bit like sending my...
Sorry.
Bless you, my child. You're allergic to emotions. I feel like it's a bit like sending your kid off to football club for the first time. You need to be bullied into it. And if we're the ones who have to bully you into it, then so be it. Go and join the club. You'll make friends when you get there. You cannot make friends before you get there. You have to go in, or you can, but you have to go in there, get stuck in, start doing roll-ups, add your names to some tee times, and you will make friends. But you're not going to make any friends if you never enter the club in the first place.
That's those things. Those Saturday roll-ups are absolutely brilliant. The more casual ones, where it's the same group of 12, 20, 25, whatever it is, that turn up every single Saturday and every single Sunday, they're a really good in. And I tell you what was interesting. A friend of mine, Alex, who was a big reason that I joined the golf club that I'm now a member at, because he used to be a member at there. He said something really interesting. And I think we all have to accept this. If you are a golfer of younger years... Like, when I say younger years in golf, that's you in your 30s,
50s,
even
40s.
early 40s.
Yeah.
He said, and I totally agree with this, when you join a golf club, what you sort of end up doing is meeting a bunch of characters who all tend to be maybe a little bit older, because they're the ones that are retired and the ones that do all the Saturday golf and whatever. And Alex made an interesting point. He joined in his 30s. He met all these blokes in their 60s and whatever. And they then introduced him to their sons who played at the golf course. And then that became the
clever
group, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting, because I found this at my place, and this is sort of my experience with golf, is all those societies tend to be people a little bit older, and they're great because they're always there and you can play golf with them, but they will also know loads of other people who they can introduce you to, and they're always so friendly.
They're so friendly. And if they're not, then that's on them. It's just so unusual. Everyone's really friendly. And also, something which I learned very early on, if there's a group of 5 or 6 people sitting around a table out on the terrace and you get the feeling it's medal day and, well, it's not just a 4-ball. It's a 4-ball plus extras. They've all sort of gathered. If you just sit down with them, I know this is a lot, but if you go, oh, is anyone here? First of all, they'll say, of course. And other people in that group will assume that you know someone else in that group because they don't know each other that well. Often they don't even know each other's names. Often they just play golf and it's that guy, Tom, who I play with sometimes. It's not like you're not interrupting a wedding. You're not walking in on a solemn family gathering. These are people who just play golf and they don't care who you are. If you want to play golf, you have got the common ground. So just rock up. And it does take courage. It really does. And it's something I struggled with when I was younger. I was really shy. Which I know is hard to believe because I just gas on.
What, Tom?
Yeah,
Come
on. I know. But I was, and realizing at golf that you just go and rock up and get on with it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're up and running, and it doesn't take that long, and it's great as well because then you just meet more and more and more.
Yeah, I think you've actually stumbled on a bit of gold there. If you just turn up and start talking, everyone will presume you know the other person in the group.
Yeah,
will just be like,
exactly.
This is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and like they might say the next day, who was that guy, Tom? You mate with him? No, I don't know. All right, well, I'm playing with him on Tuesday anyway. It's just it's just the way to do it. Should we try to get one more email in before we finish up?
Yes, please.
And I love this. It's from Lee Kingsnorth. Hello, Toms. My name's Lee. I wanted to share my enlightening experience of golf recently. I have been playing golf for 2 years, but not really committing. I probably average a round or a range session once every 2 weeks. That's pretty good. I've accepted that unless I play a lot more, I won't get much better anytime soon, but I've engulfed myself in the digital golfing world. Hello to you. By watching some pro golf, having YouTube golf on a lot. I find it far more relatable. And of course, listening to this wonderful podcast. Well, I would, Lee, alert you to the fact that we do exist on YouTube as well. So if you'd like to go and check us out on our Scotland adventure, thanks very much. Hope that wasn't too passag, was it, Tom? That was all right.
No, I think you got away with it. Flew under the radar.
Nice of you to watch us on YouTube, Lee. My positive experience recently, I went for a round of golf on holiday in Cornwall with my scratch mate golfer. We played this amazing course called Cape Cornwall Club. I've never heard of Cape Cornwall.
Tom, do you know the mad thing about Cape Cornwall Club?
Yeah.
It's owned by the dad of a really good friend of mine. This is mad.
Can we talk about the fact that I'm going to Cornwall this Friday? And as you listen to this podcast, I am already getting ready, surrounding myself with paraphernalia, because I'm going to play Trevose, which is one of my favourite places on earth. And there will be videos of me playing Trevose up on our Insta and TikTok. And now I'm finding out there's a golf course that belongs to a friend's dad of yours. So can they book me in?
And Tom, this shows, and I don't blame you, this was many, many seasons ago. Cape Cornwall Golf Club has been mentioned on this podcast before. Mate. Because Liam, whose dad owns the golf club, it was his stag do I went to when I played Celtic Manor.
Oh, God.
Back
that was like
in the day.
Season 1 of this thing. That's when we had 42 listeners.
Yeah, Celtic Manor, when I went to play Celtic Manor, and it was so wet on the first, they said, you don't have to do this. And we went, no, we want to. And then they said, well, even after 3 holes, if you don't want to do it, we'll give you your money back. And it was brutal out there. His dad sold everything up and bought this golf club many years ago. And this might spark a memory with you, Tom. It's the last golf course before America.
Oh my God. So it's the last place you can play before you get the boat to America to beat them in the Ryder Cup. Okay, I like this.
Yes.
Lee continues, due to being on holiday and trying to avoid the wrath of the other halves, we played as a scramble to cut down time. Clever. To my pleasant surprise, we were taking more of my shots than the scratch guy. I'm under no illusion I was tasked with taking the safer shots. Thinking comes back to what I was saying earlier on. Thoughtful golf. Yeah. As a very high handicapper, to even achieve the shots I was aiming for was a major accomplishment for me. What I've taken from this round of golf, and hopefully for any high handicappers who are listening, play with players who are considerably better than you.
Yes.
It will always help you be a better player. Don't believe that very low handicappers are so good that you will never be able to help them in a scramble. It's not true. This is Lee. I'm feeling this might be our email of the week, Tom. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I've attached the amazing view of Cape Cornwall Golf Course. It looks you can almost see America. And there's a video here of Lee taking a putt. And it just looks like, it looks like
Tom,
Port Rush.
before you, just don't press that video due to reasons of your AirPods. Just to sort of bring that to
thanks,
a technical point. Don't you dare click it. But oh my goodness me, the course looked absolutely epic, and from what I know, it is epic. You know what the video lovely Lee has sent?
Yeah.
That is exactly the look of Neffin. That's exactly what Neffin looks. That's what the peninsula course looks like, just surrounded by water on either side. So, to be honest with you, Lee, I didn't know this course was quite as beautiful as it is, because if I did, I'd have messaged Liam a long time ago to go.
So what I would say, Tom, looking at this, and I have been chatting to Trevose, and there are other courses down there. I think we've done the Scotland adventure. I think YouTube is crying out for two planks called Tom to head to the southwest and do the Cornish adventure and feature this golf club. What do you think?
I would love that. We'd love to do more YouTube golf. The Scottish stuff we went down really well, and we really enjoyed it. So it feels like there's an appetite there for it. So yeah, the Cornish adventuring coming.
So listen, congratulations, Lee Kingsnorth. Thank you for that brilliant photograph and that video of you putting out on what seems to be essentially the last bit of land before America. Just looks wonderful. Congratulations, £50 of golf bidder vouchers heading your way, Lee.
Yes, indeed. And the email corner will return next Thursday. But get your emails in now. The Toms at golfisruiningmylife.co.uk. More £50 vouchers up for grabs. And we'll be back same time next time for whatever this thing. I've got driver back in the bag. It's huge. I'm over the moon with golf.
That's the biggest news. That's the headline.